Welcome into Steelers Latest, your daily spot for all news and information related to your Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content to stay up to date with everything Steelers. But let's hop right in to the Rodgers saga. Let's rip the Band-Aid off instantly here today. Uh, some good signs did come out today. Only with Aaron Rodgers can you get that headline. Rodgers biographer gives date to inspect him. As his biographer said, uh, by June 10th, we'll definitely see him for mandatory minicamps. That's positive signs. He said there's a verbal agreement between the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. He basically told him he didn't want to fully commit because his personal life issues off the field could interfere with him not being available for something like mandatory minicamp, and he didn't want to just bail on the team because he caught some hate when he went to Egypt during mandatory mini camps with the Jets. So that's how you end up with a headline like this today. Someone that goes to Egypt and misses mini camps. But Aaron Rodgers, his personal issues, what the biographer said was that they should be wrapped up by the end of May. So hopefully here soon. Hopefully this means anytime soon we're gonna get the notification that Aaron Rodgers is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. It seems like that's how the front office has kind of been thinking this whole offseason. We haven't really gone after any other quarterback. Didn't go after a quarterback until the late rounds of the draft. I still like the quarterback we got in the late round, don't get me wrong. But it does seem like the front office's plan has been Rodgers the whole time, and we're just trusting his word that he doesn't decide to retire out of nowhere. So the front office has faith. Let's try to have faith. Let's not be fans right now. Let's try to hopefully get on board with Aaron Rodgers. If he can just win the first couple weeks, we know the Steelers Nation will start going crazy with support for Aaron Rodgers. But we got to see the production on the field first. Let's keep this thing moving. As I saw a trade rumor today by Alex Koza of Steelers Depot talking about the Steelers should go after Alec Pierce of Indianapolis, the Colts wide receiver. He averaged 22.3 yards per reception last year. That's insane. He had only 37, I think, receptions, but he over 800 total yards. So, big play guy for sure. But do the Steelers really need a big play guy? I don't really think so. I like the going after receivers. I'll talk about a couple I'm more interested in the final tweets. But Alec Pierce is also on the final year of his contract, just like George Pickens. And I had so many fans telling me we had to get rid of George. We weren't going to pay him after paying DK. So we're clearly not going to pay this guy next year either. I know he'd probably be cheaper than going out and signing a vet. I'd prefer probably just going out there and signing a more technically sounded wide receiver, veteran wide receiver out there that you can more trust. This like going after Alec Pierce could end up like Jacksonville and Gabe Davis last year. That's how I kind of see the scenario. I kind of want more of a sure thing at wide receiver too than Alec Pierce. That's just on me. I still love the idea of going after a receiver though. So let's talk about my final tweets to the team. There's a couple positions. This is assuming we end up with Aaron Rodgers. If we don't, we'll talk about quarterbacks another time. Once again, we talk about quarterbacks a lot. There's a lot of videos. Go look at some previous videos if you want to see who I think we should get at quarterback instead of Aaron Rodgers if he doesn't sign. But final tweets assuming we get Aaron Rodgers. First off, wide receiver. We were just talking about this. The veteran wide receivers. My two still on the free agent market. My two out there. Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper. Just give them 1 year deals. Like, just 1 year deals. We don't need anything big here. It doesn't have to be a super splash sign and he's locked down for the next 2, 3 years. Maybe that's why they're still haven't found a contract yet, because they do want to be locked down for that long. But if I'm the Steelers, I'm trying to convince them anyway to sign here for a deal. Because if DK gets locked up any big play, DK's cooking out triple coverage, double coverage, whatever way they take out DK out of the game. If you got Amari Cooper or Keenan Allen, you know you got a solid number two who's going to get open most of the time too. So that's just a quarterback's blessing. And right now we need quarterbacks to have as many weapons as possible. So we got to go out there and sign one of these guys. I would love it, but more than likely we won't. Other also on the offense, running back. I know we drafted Caleb Johnson. That was the first part of the plan. Bring in Nick Chubb though. He can be his DeMarco Henry to Caleb Johnson's Derrick Henry, or DeMarco Murray to Caleb Johnson's Derrick Henry. My bad, messed that up a little bit, but I think it would be a solid mentor for someone like Caleb Johnson. They got a very similar style of play. Just drop the shoulder, run someone over. That's how Chubb has been in the league his whole career. I know he's coming off of a couple injured years. He's not the same running back he used to be, of course. But we need a veteran presence in every room, I think. I like just having the veteran presence in every position room, just for someone you can lean on during the hard times. People that's been there before, people that can also teach you how to train and all. I just like the veteran presence in my locker room. So I would love going after Nick Chubb. Also, we're going to move to the defensive side, all of them in the secondary. I like our linebacker core. I like our defensive front. Don't need to touch those. Secondary, cornerback, go out there and sign Mike Hilton again. Bring him back in the black and yellow. I'd love to see it. Mike Hilton, he provides depth and experience to the secondary also, uh, kind of like Darius Slay does. We're mostly young out there besides Darius Slay, so I think adding another older guy would be beneficial. But he also provides something very unique, his ability to blitz. And like I said, the Steelers used that to their advantage a lot when Mike Hilton was on the team. I'd love to see them do it again. So please go out there and get Mike Hilton. Uh Also another depth piece. This is more of a shot in the dark. Doesn't need to happen. I just like to see if he could develop a little bit. Asante Samuel Jr. He's still only 25 years of age. So he's gonna turn 26 this year. But he had a rocky start to his career, but at 25, you still got so many, like at least 5, 6 more years if you're a solid player. So you could develop him still a little bit more. I think he could. There's still potential for him to blossom into something good. I do believe. So that's just like you give him a 1-year prove it deal, and hopefully he provides something to the secondary. And then we need depth at safety. So I'm going with Jordan Whitehead. He's the best available safety out there. I think he's not super great. Solid though at the safety position. We got 2 starters already with Deshaun Elliott and Minka Fitzpatrick. So I think we just need the depth at that position. If you look at our backups, it is nothing special at all. So I think bringing in someone just to be there just in case someone goes down. Jordan Whitehead's the guy you can plug and play. Let's wrap this show up though with the Steelers waived an offensive lineman today. That offensive lineman was Lecitus Smith. This, I mean, not really too shocking news coming out that we waived Lecitus Smith. I mean, he's just a depth lineman for the team, and he struggled staying in one place his whole career. It just seems to be a recurring theme for him. So maybe there's issues with him somewhere that we just don't see as fans because he's usually a depth piece at every spot, at everywhere he goes. So I wish him the best of luck to where he goes, but he is not a Steeler anymore. But that is it from Steelers Latest today. I've been your host, Cole Denis, and I will see you tomorrow.